I think Bogdan raised a good point. There are certainly arguments out there supporting insects as a more sustainable food source, considering that it requires a smaller infrastructure and that it's greener than cattle raising, which produces large amounts of greenhouse gas. But there are definitely many opposing arguments out there as well. For instance, last year I covered this book from the Nordic Food Lab called On Insects, and the authors actually suggested that eating insects may not be as sustainable as it seems. They raised some really interesting points, such as the concept of wild harvesting being the cause for the overexploitation of insects in places such as Thailand. And they also mentioned that, in order for the insects to be made ready for the consumer market, they actually have to go through lots of processing, such as freeze drying and grinding, which uses lots of energy. So if you consider all that and the fact that we just don't have enough information at this point about the full environmental impact of insect farming, it's kind of difficult to make a concrete conclusion. So I'd say insect is definitely a potential option, but it definitely requires more examination before we could say that it's a good substitute.